welcome back to the Crafty Bee channel. Thank you for being here. If you are watching this channel for the very first time, you are very welcome. Please consider subscribing to this channel by hitting on the red subscribe button and also turning on your bell notification to be the first to be notified whenever I upload a new tutorial. So today's tutorial is going to be on how to cut and sew a short bubu kaftan gown with a front slit, and it's very easy to sew. So if this is what you would like to learn, please stay tuned to the end of this video. So as you can see, I have my fabric here on the table, and this is Duchess, and it's 2.5 yards. It's 2.5 yards. If you want it bigger, you can use 3 yards. It depends on your size. So I have 2.5 yards here with me. So before I start, I would like to thank all my returning subscribers. I love you all, and thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. Thank you so much. I love you guys. So let's get started. This is the 2.5 yards of this Duchess fabric. So I'll be folding the back separately because there's going to be a slit in front. There's going to be a slit in front, as you see on the picture. So I'll fold the back separately and I'll fold the front separately. But we are going to be working on the back first, and then we are going to use the back to cut the front. And this is a cowl short bubu gown. It's a cowl short bubu gown. It's going to have a cowl effect. So I'll be folding the fabric. So guys, I've gone ahead and folded the fabric into 4. I folded the front in half. This is the front. Let me pull the pin. I pinned also that the fabric will not be moving here and there. So as you can see, this is the front part folded into 2, and then this is the back that I'm holding. The front has 1 inch allowance all the way to the hemline, which is because the front has slit. So the slit is going to be in the front. So I mark 1 inch all the way down. So this is the front, and then this is the back. So let's go right into the measurement. So for the back, I'm taking 3 inches by 1 inch. 3 inches for the neck width, and then 1 inch for the neck depth. That's for the back. So for the shoulder length, I'm dividing my shoulder measurement into 2, which is 8 inches. So I'm marking 8 inches for the shoulder length. So on this 8 inches, I'll come down 1 inch for the shoulder slope. So I'm going to connect from the 3 inches neck width to the 1 inch shoulder slope. So I'm taking 27 for the sleeve length. So from the center back to the side, I'm marking 27 inches. 27 inches. I'll move the camera so that you see the markings, because my table is small and all couldn't contain the fabric. So on this 27 inches, I will connect from the shoulder slope all the way down to the 27 inches for the sleeves. And as you can see, this line here is our starting line, and it's also the line and also our starting line. So I'm going to connect the line from this 1 inch all the way to meet the 27 inches down. Next, I'll be taking from the shoulder length to where the cowl design will start from. So I'm taking from the shoulder. I'm going to mark 30 inches for where the cowl will start from, and I connect it with a straight line. So on this 30 inches, I'll be marking my hip divided by 4 plus 3 inches. So my hip is 44 inches divided by 4 is 11 inches plus 3 inches will be 14 inches. So I'm marking 14 inches here, and I'm going to extend 14 inches to the hemline. The 14 inches I got here, I'm going to extend it to the hemline. So the whole length I'm using for this gown is 40 inches plus 1 inch for the sewing allowance. That's for the hemming, because this is all the fabric I have. I wanted to do it a bit longer because I don't want it too short, but I think this is okay. It's 40 inches plus 1 inch for the hemming allowance. So what I'm going to do next is to connect both points together. Hope you can see it. I'll turn my camera towards where I'll be marking the cowl design. So from this line, I'm going to draw the cowl design to meet the 27 inches for the sleeve length. So I'll draw the cowl design from this line. Okay, I can move my table forward a bit. So for the sleeve opening, you take your tape and measure where you want your sleeve to end. So it's 6 inches here. So on the shoulder slope, I'm going to mark. So I'm marking 6 inches for the sleeve opening. 6 inches, but I'll make it 6.5 because I'll use half inch for the sewing. So the sleeve end here 6.5. So this is where the sleeve end 6.5. So I'll now recreate the count design like so. So we do away with this one. Hope you can see what I did. And on this shoulder line, I'll be adding half an inch for the sewing allowance. So what I'll do now is to cut the back out, and then I'll cut the front. For the front neck, I'm going to take 3 by 9 inches, 3 inches width and then 9 inches depth. So I'm going to start cutting from the down to the cowl to the sleeve and then to the shoulder. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark the front neckline 3 inches width and then 9 inches depth. You can come up by 8 inches if you want, but I'm marking 9 inches for the neck depth for the front, 3 inches for the width. So I mark the 9 inches. So I will first of all cut the back neckline and then draw the V neckline for the front, because the front is a V neckline, as you see on the thumbnail. So I'm going to notch the 6.5 inches for the sleeve opening. So now I'm going to remove all the pins and then cut the front neckline. So I'll raise this up a bit and then draw the front neckline. For the front neckline, the width is 3 inches and then the depth is 9 inches. So I'm going to connect it like so. So this is it. The front neckline is going to be V neckline. So I'm cutting the front neckline outline. So this is the front neckline. This is the 1 inch for the slit in front. So I'm going to slit it open because it's on fold. So I'm going to slit it open. So I'm going to mark the slit in front. So from the down part, because I'm using 1 inch for the hemming at the lower part, so I'll mark 8 inches. I only want 7 inches for the slit. So I'll mark 8 inches. 1 inch will be for the hemming and then 7 inches for the slit opening. So this is all. So the next thing to do is to cut out the facing. But let me show you. Let me face the camera so that you can see what I did, because the table is too small. So let me proceed by cutting the facing. So I'll cut the back facing first, then I'll cut the front. So this is it. I'll fold the piece in half and then place it under it and then trace the neckline. This for the back neckline. I'm going to mark 3 inches all round. So this is for the back. This is the back neckline. So I pull it out. Then I'll cut the front facing. So I'm going to place the fabric on fold and then place the front neckline on it and retrace it out. So I'll mark also here 3 inches for the width of the facing. So this is the front facing, the V-neck. Hope you can see it. This is the main body, one open. Look at how it look. You see how the car is already formed. You see? So these are the V-neck from here. So this is the front, you see? So what I'll do is to take it to my machine and then stitch the slits. So I'll stitch from the neckline to meet this mark here for the slit. I'll end where the slit will be open. I'll end here. And then after, I'll give it a good press. Open it, give it a good press. Then I'll come and show you how I'll attach the facing to the neckline. Then for the back piece, this is how the back neck look like. You see that? So for the back, I'll find the midpoint of the neckline and then the midpoint of, this is the good side of the fabric and this is where I mark all the measurement is the wrong side. So I'll find the midpoint of the facing like this. I'll mark the midpoint of the facing. Then I'll mark the midpoint of the main bodies. Then I'll pin the facing all around like so. I'll place the notches together. Then I'll place the good side of the facing to the good side of the bodies. Then I'll pin it all round. So I'll pin it all round like so and take it to my machine, stitch it fold the edge and top stitch it and come and show you with the back piece. So let me just go and do that and come and show you guys. So guys, this is it. I've gone ahead to sew the opening in front for the slit, and this is a slit for the front, and I went ahead and opened it and iron it neatly. So the next thing to do is to put the facing for the front. So this is the facing, so I'll be pinning the facing on the neckline like so. I'm going to sew it. After sewing, I'll notch it and then top stitch it and then fold the edges and turn it in and iron it neatly and come and show you how to join the shoulders. This is the back. I'm done with the facing. This is the facing for the back and I iron it neatly. So this is how it looks. This is how the back looks. I'll finish with the back, you see, and I hem the edges. So I will do the same thing to the front, and after I'll come and show you how to join the shoulders. So I'm done with the facing for the V neckline for the front piece. So this is how neat it looks. I iron it neatly and I went ahead and stitched the edges of the facing. So the next thing we are going to do is to bring the back, the good side facing the good side of the front piece, and then sew the shoulders. So this is how you do it. You hold the two together, you align it on the line, you place it like this, and then you sew the shoulder all the way to where the sleeve ends. And I'll do the same thing to the other side of the shoulder line. So I will stitch the shoulders and then I'll go ahead and sew the sides. I'll sew all the sides, the two sides, iron it neatly and come and show you the next thing to do. I've joined the shoulders as you can see, and then I went ahead and joined the sides, you see, and I notch around the cowl design, and then this is the sleeve opening. So I'll be turning it inside out. So after turning it, this is the sleeve opening. So I'll be attaching this band to both the sleeves. I'll be attaching it to the sleeve. I'll be attaching it to both sides of the sleeves. I cut two pieces for the sleeves, and then this is how the neckline look. You see how our kaftan is looking so beautiful. It's so beautiful. You can use hemming gun or you can use needle and thread to hem the neck, but I'll be using hemming gun. So this is how our neck looks. Go ahead and press it nicely, and then the next thing to do is to hem the slit in front like so. I hem it with half an inch and then I'll fold it with half an inch and fold it in again. So this is our slit. You can see how beautiful our gown looks like. And then I'll go ahead and hem the down part with 1 inch. Then I will fix the band for the sleeves, and then I'll come back to show you the finishing look. So if you find this tutorial helpful, please don't forget to leave comments and also share my video if you find it interesting, and don't miss out on my next tutorial. Bye.